Okay, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. So look, Moses Itauma seems to be the big talking point at the moment in the heavyweight division. Being 20 years old, he was touted to break Mike Tyson's record, but that's not going to happen right now. And a lot of people are saying that Moses Itauma shouldn't be rushed. A lot of the professionals, a lot of the real pundits. When I talk about the real pundits, I'm talking about real guys who know their boxing, real people, not the mainstream guys who want to see him go in there and try and win a belt prematurely, or try and get in there with an over-experienced fighter who then makes him look silly. Like, look, there's been a little bit of back and forth between Bakoli and Moses Itauma, and also Billy Nelson, where Moses Itauma stated that Bakoli looked like trash in his fight against F.A. Ajagba. And obviously, he didn't look too great against Joseph Parker. And Itauma saying that he reckons he'd iron out Martin Bakoli. And that's obviously got Martin Bakoli and Billy Nelson's back up. So they've responded. And Billy Nelson's responded in the sense that Moses Itauma has a glass jaw. Well, he implied he had a glass jaw. And that set everybody racing to go and look back into the history of Moses Itauma. And they found a fight between Moses Itauma and Alois Jr. Right, I can't remember his first name, but Alois Jr., the cruiserweight guy, big strong cruiserweight guy, and Itauma was, I don't know, was a glancing drop, or was he lost his feet? It wasn't a proper knockdown, and that was it. That's all we can find. So unless Billy Nelson's got any more information, that's the only thing that was found on Itauma. But Itauma made a great point. Because a lot of people say, well, if you think you can beat Bakoli, would you like Bakoli next? And he said, well, it doesn't really do much for me because Bakoli's had 2 really bad fights. And if he's going to fight me next, obviously he's going to try and, get himself in shape and do the best that he can. And if he's on his game and he, gets fighting fit and stuff like that, and he fights me, then obviously he's going to step up his game against me. And then we go to war, then it doesn't make me look good. I understand what Itauma's saying. It's the wrong time for him to fight Bakoli, right? Because Bakoli needs a good performance right now in his next fight, because he was touted to be this boogeyman, and now he seems to be losing that label. So Moses Itauma's, how can I say, he's had a few wins lately. Marius Wack was one of them. I can remember the Australian guy he knocked out. Dempsey McKean, was it? He knocked out Dempsey McKean. And then the most recent one, the American rugby player, Balogun, I can't remember how to pronounce his name, but I give respect to that rugby player. He put out a good show. He went out there and he didn't try to just lie down and collect his pay. He tried to actually go out there and win the fight. His timing was completely off, and Itauma just kind of mocked him. It was easy work for Itauma. But again, I saw it myself, and a lot of the real boxing pundits saw some flaws in Itauma's game. But the flaws that we saw, can we really point them out and say this is a flaw? Maybe we need to see him against a slightly better opposition, because when you're fighting lower tier opposition, sometimes you can get away with a lot of things, and you might not be that strict when it comes strict with your discipline. And maybe Itauma was maybe acting on that. I'm not sure. We don't know. We've got to see him against someone a bit better. And I don't know who we propose. Itauma needs a big scalp right now. He needs a big scalp. Like someone, a former champion, or a guy that's been relevant for a good few years, a guy that's been around the top 10, hanging around the top 10, right, top 5, top 10. I heard people talking about Anthony Joshua, and that's not going to happen, right? Although, I heard these people talking on Hatman's Live, and I believe myself that Itauma ices Anthony Joshua right now. I would have said this a few months back before the Dubois fight, but no one would have believed me until Dubois made mincemeat of Anthony Joshua. And then, only then, people believed me when I said, look, Anthony Joshua's not that guy anymore. Dubois is going to ice him. And everyone laughed at me, and then look what happened. But Deontay Wilder, that's what I say. If Queensbury can offer Deontay Wilder a massive, or maybe even Turkey al Sheikh, because Wilder's at the end of his career now. Come on now. Yeah, it can offer him a massive paycheck to get in there and endorse Moses Itauma. Maybe Itauma can go in there and punch on Wilder for a bit, you know. He'd be a great scout. Wilder, former WBC champion, former hardest puncher in the heavyweight division, the most feared in the division. Deontay Wilder with his fans, the Wildettes. I think it'd be a good fight for Moses Itauma. I think that's a great fight for Moses Itauma because I can't think of anyone else really that can really push him up there other than defeating someone like Deontay Wilder, you know. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Who else is there? There are a few guys. Dylan White. I don't think Dylan White's going to entertain that, to tell you the truth. Who else? I can't think anyone off of the top of my head. There was Hrgovic talk. Hrgovic said that he's a boy. Hrgovic does a lot of talking, you know, sometimes. And then sometimes it doesn't look so great for him. There's Zhang. I don't know if he wants to fight Zhang right now. But I still think Itauma will beat Zhang if he approaches it carefully. And takes Zhang to the later rounds. I mean, Atuma's never... I don't know how far he's been. But lately, as a professional, I haven't seen him go past 2-3 rounds. I mean, he would have to get past 2-3 rounds for Zhang. He ain't knocking Zhang out in 2 rounds. So, anyway, it's interesting to see Moses Itauma, the great new heavyweight sensation from, well, Nigeria, Slovakia, fighting out of the UK, right? Heavyweight boxing in the UK is alive right now and it's kicking. So, stay locked in. Smash the like button, hit that bell for notifications to get all the new latest videos.